Welcome back. In this video, we'll break down how signups, logins, and pricing pages work on this platform. Signups are handled with Memberstack, and just to open up the signup form over here, you'll be able to see that there is a code embed. And this code embed will set the role of the user that is currently signing up. Okay. Apart from that, on the signup form itself, we have the attribute. Over here, we'll have the attributes for data MS form signup, and then the data MS plan. This is to add a free plan to a candidate. So if you are deleting a free plan, please note that it is referenced on the candidate's signup form. And now just to jump right into Memberstack. So when a user is signing up, there will be a webhook over here. There will be a webhook over here that essentially sends the sign up to make. So just going into make, and then I click the candidate and recruiter sign up scenario. You'll see this webhook is the same one over here inside of Memberstack. And this sends the data over here. All right, and this is now where we create the candidate inside of Airtable. So when a candidate signs up, there will be this scenario running, and based on that role that was now set, the candidate will be created inside of Airtable with the information that they filled up on sign up. And within Airtable, they will be then taken to your candidates table over here, and you'll be able to see the candidate that has signed up. And this will also update the candidate with the login redirect, so redirecting them to the candidate dashboard, as well as updating Memberstack with their Airtable ID. All right, and that's it for the candidate signup. The recruiter signup has around about the same flow as well. And just heading over back into Webflow. So for recruiters, it will be the same, just with a few differences. They have a signup form, and the signup form is an attribute of data MS signup form. And the signup forms for recruiters do not have a free plan to add to them because they are paid plans on the recruiter side. Opening up the signup forms over here, you'll be able to see the code embed again. And this time, the role is set to recruiter over here. Same, when a recruiter signs up, their data is taken to Memberstack, like this, and then that same webhook that we defined for the candidate will then be triggered within this scenario for candidate and recruiter sign up. But this time, recruiters, if the role is set to recruiter, they will then be redirected to Airtable over here, but their data will be taken to the recruiters table. So this table over here is where all the recruiters will be stored. And then the last module does the same as the candidates, where it then sets the login redirect for a recruiter, and then also updates Memberstack with their Airtable ID. And that's it for the candidate and the recruiter sign up. Once this has all been set up, you can save your scenario and then set it as immediate for when data arrives and exit. Heading over back to Webflow, we'll just go back to the login page over here. So for logins, recruiters and candidates log in on the same form, but they are directed to different dashboards because of the login redirect that we set. This login form does have an attribute of data MS form login, and you can leave it as that. Logins will then take them obviously to their dedicated login redirect dashboards. And now this is where Wized comes in. So within Wized, we First of all, we have two apps that we are going to be using within Wized. We have Memberstack, which you'll need to define over here. And within this app for Memberstack, go into your own Memberstack app and take your public key and then put it over here. So within Memberstack, just going back to settings, it's dev tools. You take this public key and then you add it to your Wized app over here. And with Airtable, you would need to add your authentication token for Airtable in order to make this work. So when you do clone this Wized, or when you have received this Wized clonable, please make sure to add your own Memberstack public key and authenticate your Airtable app. Otherwise, all these requests will not work. Okay, once that's done, we are now going back to logins. So the first request that you will see when it comes to logins is for Memberstack. And this is to get the logged in members so that it is stored within Wized. So it's a simple request. It just gets the logged in member and then get member that is currently logged in. And then we trigger that over here on page load. So every time a page loads, it tells Wized to run the request of get the logged in member. And that's about it for the logins. Heading back over to Webflow, we'll now break down the pricing pages. So candidates and recruiters have different pricing pages. So for candidates, we have two plans set up. It's the free plan, which has the attribute of data MS plan add, and that will add the free plan. And then there's the premium plan, which has the premium plan attribute. You'll see that there are two buttons over here. One is for when a member is logged in, and then the other is for when a member is not logged in. These you can define as you'd see fit, but it's just to bear in mind that if you are changing any of these plans within Memberstack, please change out the attributes as well. Same goes for the recruiter side over here. For recruiters, we have paid plans and paid plans only. So they have the price attributes over here. Same as this one with the price attributes over here. Okay, and that is about it for signups, logins, and pricing pages for this template. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.